Governance in DePIN is more than voting. It is the coordination system that keeps operators, token holders, customers, builders, and core teams aligned around reliable infrastructure, healthy incentives, and a network that can adapt over time. So far, we've moved from DePIN fundamentals into the mechanics of building viable networks: markets, incentives, token design, pricing, unit economics, and hardware ROI. Governance comes next, because all of those systems need clear ways to make decisions and coordinate stakeholders. DePIN governance is different because decisions do not stay inside software. They shape where hardware is deployed, how operators are rewarded, how customers experience reliability, and whether investors trust the network's future. Poor incentives can push operators to chase rewards instead of useful coverage. Transparent, credible decisions help many independent actors coordinate. As DePIN scales, governance is what keeps physical operations, token economics, and customer value aligned. At its core, DePIN governance decides how the network should behave as infrastructure. Token voting may be the mechanism, but the substance is broader. How rewards are issued, what performance operators must meet, which devices qualify, when protocol logic changes, and how treasury funds support growth. Strong governance connects economics, technology, and operations, because a change in one area can affect reliability, cost, and trust across the whole network. Economic governance is where incentives become strategy. Reward changes can protect sustainability, but if returns fall too quickly, operators may stop expanding capacity. Pricing creates a different tension. Lower prices can attract customers and demand, but may weaken revenue. Treasury allocation helps bridge that gap by funding integrations, liquidity, hardware subsidies, and operations. The key trade-off is timing. Preserve short-term liquidity while investing enough to support long-term network growth. Technical governance is where DePIN becomes real-world infrastructure. The network must decide which hardware is acceptable, what performance operators must meet, and how those promises are verified. If uptime, latency, coverage, or data accuracy slip, customers feel it quickly. Upgrades add another challenge because devices, validators, apps, and customers may all depend on the same rules. Governance therefore needs a clear separation between routine tuning, which should move quickly, and major protocol changes, which require broader coordination and approval. A DePIN network is not one audience. Operators want predictable returns and practical rules. Customers want reliability, fair pricing, and clear service expectations. Token holders often focus on liquidity, value capture, and influence. Core teams, foundations, validators, vendors, and partners add technical and strategic priorities. Good governance does not let one voice dominate. It balances these interests around long-term network sustainability. Friction usually comes from rational actors optimizing for different goals. Short-term token holders may push for emissions, buybacks, or narratives that support price now. Operators care about stable rewards, hardware payback, and rules they can plan around. Customers want reliable service at low prices, without token volatility. Core teams need growth, partnerships, and credibility. Good governance does not erase these tensions. It makes trade-offs explicit before one group captures the network. DePIN governance also has to reconcile two very different clocks. Token holders may respond within hours to price moves, reward changes, or proposals. Operators are making slower commitments, buying equipment, signing leases, performing maintenance, and waiting months or years for payback. Customers expect reliable service, not constant rule changes. Effective governance creates buffers, so short-term market pressure can inform decisions without undermining the long-term infrastructure the network depends on. Governance usually matures in stages. Early on, founders, operators, and community members coordinate informally because speed matters and the system is still changing. As more value and risk accumulate, decisions need structure. Proposals, councils, working groups, and treasury rules. Technical changes often need expert review before wider approval. On-chain voting adds transparency and accountability, but it is only one tool. Good governance still depends on clear processes, informed voters, and safeguards. Progressive decentralization is not a switch you flip at token launch. Early DePIN networks usually need founder-led control because hardware rollout, pricing, incentives, and reliability issues require fast decisions. As the network proves what works, authority can move into hybrid governance, where operators, users, and token holders gain defined decision rights. Full community governance should arrive when the network can preserve uptime, resolve issues quickly, and coordinate upgrades without losing accountability. Governance in DePIN is a design system for legitimate decisions, not just token voting. Technical choices should involve people with the right expertise, while communities still shape priorities and values. Treasury spending, roadmaps, and parameter changes need visible rationale. Strong systems also limit capture by whales, insiders, or vendors. Finally, proposals need clear steps, so decisions can be understood, audited, repeated, and executed without slowing the network down. Consider a common example. Emissions are running too high, but customer demand is growing slowly. Cutting rewards immediately might protect the token economy, but it could also hurt operator profitability and coverage. Good governance starts with data, then models who is affected and how. The proposal can be tested through pilots, gradual changes, or grandfathering. After community feedback and revision, the vote is only one step. Clear communication and post-rollout monitoring are what keep the network aligned. Governance health should be measured with the same discipline as network performance. Don't stop at turnout or token approval. Ask whether participation is informed, proposals are useful, upgrades land cleanly, and decisions improve utilization, uptime, retention, and revenue. Also, track negative signals, such as operator churn, proposal spam, capture, apathy, or repeated emergency actions. When governance is healthy, stakeholders trust the network because decisions feel legitimate, predictable, and tied to real operating outcomes. The core lesson is that DePIN governance turns incentives into durable operations. It shapes rewards, upgrades, treasury use, hardware rules, and service expectations while balancing operators, users, token holders, and teams. Progressive decentralization is the bridge from early coordination to shared control. Next, we translate those decisions into technical architecture, devices, and edge infrastructure.